You know, when I posted the hour-long video, I thought that now that Sanonix is basically gone at this point from the internet, or went offline, this would be the end of this, and that the victims can finally at least move on. However, now it's gotten to a point to where I have to put my foot down and acknowledge something that has happened recently. As we know, the player, assumed to be one of Sanonix's friends, has contacted me out of the blue. The same person, might I add, that contacted one of the victims from the last time, and threatened to, quote, try get near him or talk to him badly, or something, and I can assure you I can find your IP address by using the coding skills I've got from my degree and pay you a little visit. If you wish to view what the player has said, you may pause or slow down the video. Couple of things that I noticed that the player has done. One, he still fails to even apologize for his little IP threat that he did. He never even acknowledged it in the first place. Second thing he's doing is defending Sanonix by making his defense saying that he regrets what happened, and now that he has consequences, he regrets it, and also the fact that because his reasoning is because Sanonix joked about it, it doesn't mean anything. All because he was joking. Any sane person would know, at least anyone with actual humanity, not fake humanity, actual humanity, would know that you cannot say that type of stuff to minors or kids. None of those things that he said should have ever came out of his mouth to kids. Ever. And the other thing is, he's trying to guilt trip me into literally talking to Sanonix. No matter how many times I said no matter how many times I refused, he kept trying to either twist a narrative, trying to persuade me to talk to him, or tried to guilt trip me to talk to him by saying I myself had no humanity. And then, let's take a look at the last paragraph that he said to me. You've got the habit of trying to do everything around you to be perfect when it is clearly not, trying to have the last word or be the smart guy. Sanonix is nothing but a sensitive guy, believe it or not. He has humanity, but jokes around badly, and when it comes to calls, he didn't meant anything he said. He actually wishes to go back and explain how sorry he is and regret his doings by the amount of stress he had. Do not be an asshole towards him. He already had enough. All I'm saying is leave him be. You did not like him? Fine. Leave the guy be. You are acting worse than Hitler. See, the issue is, something about this player guy really bugs me. And it's not just the fact that he's defending Sanonix. That's part of it, but it's not the only fact. I have no proof of this at the moment. But from his language, the way he uses his words, the way he talks, the way he insults, he sounds a lot like Sanonix. The pattern, the same textiles, the same language, the same insults, is almost similar. Now, do I know for sure this is Sanonix in an alt account? No, and I can't say for sure. However, the similarities are a little too close to ignore. Now, we went to have a little talk with after showing this to them. I have not sent anyone after Sanonix. If one of my friends have went to Sanonix, then I'll have a word with them. But I have not sent anyone after him. As for the self-harm, how does he know that? Yes, I have cut myself before. I'm not afraid to admit that. I started self-harm when I was younger. I don't like talking about it, especially to someone who would groom me, so I have no clue where he would get that. And now to the other stuff? Let's say he didn't groom me. Let's say that it was the hacker. No matter what, my mind was permanently changed from that. After Sanonix, I got groomed again because I didn't understand the impact that Sanonix, the hacker, gave me. I was attached to an older guy who was as worse as Sanonix was, and I didn't know I was being groomed at the time until it was brought up to me by older friends. So no matter what would have happened, hacker or not, there would have not been a change. I did end up sexualizing myself to my friends because I knew it gave me attention. I spoke about sexual things with people I should have never, ever interacted with, and I was in a bad place because of Sanonix. The hacker. No, I understand that. It's all fucked up. Regardless of if it was the hacker or not, it still had a major impact on you regardless. And it doesn't make it any more okay than what happened. And the self-harm? You're saying you never told him about that? Like ever? Not that I can remember. Not at least over text. I never face-called him, so he couldn't have seen it there. I can't remember where or when I would have ever told him about it. This was the final straw. I will no longer be talking about Sanonix from here on out. The victims want to move on. People involved want to move on. And as far as I can see, I will not be persuaded or guilt-tripped into talking to Sanonix or hearing him out. As far as I'm concerned, as far as everyone is concerned, we have heard enough and seen enough from Sanonix. That is the end of it.